Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It is Jen with Home Unez Plans, and in today's video I will be doing another weekly plan with me in my Traveler's Notebook size dot grid notebook from Archer and Olive. I said notebook like far too many times there. But I am using this Traveler's Notebook size dot grid from Archer and Olive, and I'm using it as my catch-all planner. And I've only been in it for, a couple of weeks, but I am loving it so much. I have the layout set up kind of, I stated this before, but I have the layout set up kind of similarly to an insert that I was using last year in my HP Mini, which is, it's got the days of the week boxes on one side, and then you have all this open space on the other side to where you can add in decorative stickers, to-do list, functional stickers, whatever your heart desires. It's a dashboard layout. That's the word I was looking for. I couldn't think of the word that goes with this layout here, but it's essentially a dashboard layout that I have set up in this planner. I do have a mini calendar sticker up at the top and then a habit tracker down at the bottom, which is something, inspiration that I pulled from the Paper Test Designs Weeks book, which I follow on Instagram. I mentioned this before whenever I was setting up this planner, that I didn't go with a Paper Test Designs Weeks book or a Hobonichi Weeks or a Tool and Twines Co. or all those other style of mini books, mini planners for the year, because they have the Tomoe River paper. And don't get me wrong, I've played around with the Tomoe River paper, but I am just not 100% comfortable with how thin the paper is and my style of planning. And I was already switching from discs to book bound, and I was making a bunch of different changes. Like I'd move from 7x9 to an HP Mini, and I moved from a coil to a disc, and I moved from a disc to book bound, and I was like, you're doing so many changes. Let's just, let's stick with what you do know. And I've been using Archer and Olive notebooks for years now because I have been journaling for years. And I'm familiar with the paper type. So I'm like, you can take elements from things that you see in these other planners. That's the beautiful thing of having an empty notebook as well, and setting up a layout, kind of free form. Oh my goodness, words are really hard. Sorry about that. But kind of setting up a planner free form. You can take certain elements that you like from other books and planners and implement them. And if you like them, you can keep them. And if they don't work for you, then you don't have to, which I think is something that I'm also very excited about too, because I can set up my weekly setup however I need. It's a blank page. I'm not fully committing. I'm not spending money on an already printed planner. The possibilities are endless. But anyways, that's why I decided to go with the Traveler's Notebook from Archer and Olive. I liked the size. I liked the creative freedom. But I went on and on about that whenever I did the setup for this. So anyways, let's talk about the setup here. So the kit that I am using for this week is called Outdoorsy. It is from Lexi Kylie Designs. I don't know if her shop is on break right now. The last time that I checked, her shop was on break. I don't know when it's coming back. These are kits that I had left over from Black Friday from 2023. I had purchased so many journaling kits and like smaller kits, because I've been, I had them in mind for my journal, for my highlights notebook, and I've just held on to them. Funnily enough, I had two kits that I was kind of going between, and my husband was the tiebreaker. I showed him the kits and he was like, do that one. So this kit I am using was actually decided upon by my husband, so thank you, babe. I just have my setup on the left side where I have my Monday through Sunday boxes. And the foil that I chose to match this kit is actually a gold foil because I used rose gold the week before. I'm really enjoying setting up these planners, or this planner, because it gives me the ability to do all of my creative layering that I love to do, while still having a sense of functionality. That's something that I was really missing. And it's so funny looking back on like the different planners that I've used, like especially like the 7x9 like planner. Like I used to plan functionally in a 7x9 planner, and I look back on that and I'm like, how did you find stuff to write? Like I love this size. I love having a small planner because I have all the space that I need to jot down a couple of like, let's be honest guys, like I'm a very routine person. I do the same things pretty much every week, well for now. I don't need that much space to write it down though. So looking back on like planning in a 7x9 planner, I'm like, oh my goodness, like what was I doing? But yeah, I'm really excited about this planner. And like I said, I know it's only like the second week of January that we're going into, but I'm already like, yes, like I I'm looking at my spread from last week, and there were only a couple of things, like couple of events that I had to write down, like things that needed to be done, and I'm not looking at like a whole bunch of bare space. I think that's another thing that like gets me intimidated about a planner and planners, and that's why I've had such indecision when it comes to planners, because it's like I look at these blank pages and I look at all these stickers and I'm like, I have to fill that all up, and it's like, no, you don't, Jen, you really don't. And that's another thing that I'm giving myself grace on. There's that word of the year again, grace. If I don't have something to write down on a day, if I don't have anything planned, it's okay. I don't have to have something planned for every single day of the week. Like it doesn't make me an unorganized, lazy person. And I think that's the pressure that I was putting on myself with having like a larger planner was, oh, I have all this space. I have to have every minute of every day booked up. I have to have something planned for every single day. And that's just not the case. And I love having the smaller amount of space, and I love giving myself that, I don't want to say grace so much because like we get it, Jen, it's your word of the year, but literally to give myself the grace of like, hey, it's okay. It is okay that you don't have something planned every single day of the week. It doesn't make you an unorganized person. But yeah, if you're wondering what I do on the right side of the page, the more freeform, I have a longer box. That's actually a box from Live Love Posh, her functionally chic book. And then I have a smaller box too. The longer box is kind of like a running to-do list. So like things that need to be done for my house, things that my husband needs to have done, things of that nature, quick things that I can just jot down. I like having that longer box on that side. And then that smaller box is for really important things, like things that have to get done that week. Like if there's a bill that's due, if there's a class, if there's an appointment that has to be done, it goes in that smaller box. Those are like the ones that absolutely have to get done that week. And then, of course, obviously, we know how planners work. We have the Monday through Sunday boxes on the other side, and that just, tells you what needs to be done on those days. It's very simple. You guys, I'm not saying anything that we don't know. I'm still getting back into the swing of doing weekly plan with me's here. If I ramble and if it sounds ridiculous, I do apologize, and I appreciate you for sticking by me. But yeah, in terms of what I have going on this week, I actually do have kind of a busy week. There is a bridal expo that me and my business partner are going to. I mentioned this, but we are starting a wedding videography. It's a business that we're starting together. I'm a makeup artist. He is a filmmaker, a videographer, a cinematographer, and we are going into business together to do wedding video packages. But in our packages we are including videography, photography, and makeup into like a whole bundle. And there's a huge expo that's going on in Houston called Bridal Extravaganza, and that it's a 2-day event, and we have a booth set up so we can actually get our foot in the door and get our name for our business out there, so we can actually drum up some business in 2025. That is the new business venture that we are starting, and I'm very excited about it. I'm nervous. I'm super nervous, but I'm also very, very excited. So that's what I have going on this week. This is the completed spread and the leftovers that I have here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, if I rambled and chattered on about random stuff, I am so sorry. I'm still getting the hang and getting used to doing weekly Plan With Me's again. It's been a minute, but if you have any questions about anything in this video, the stickers or anything, please leave it in the comments below. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jen. I do planner things. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.